You're mad. I'm back.
Legendary season where there was Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey. You know, there were a lot of rumors swirling during that time. Did you guys behind the scenes sense any sort of, issues amongst the judges? Tension?
Yeah, 1000%.
Really?
That was not scripted, unfortunately. And it was upsetting to an extent because I felt like one of the things that I admired more about like the show The Voice was that the judges weren't judges, they were coaches. So there wasn't drama with any of them because they were trying to use their platforms to better the contestants. And my season specifically, it was just kind of like I was trying to gain their approval, but like also they were too busy bickering, and that got a lot more camera time than maybe some of our stuff. So it was kind of like like it sucks that we can't just all be professional and just put our work faces on and just get it done and then bicker on Twitter like how everybody does now. Like just let's do that later, you know? But it was real. It was real. Like you could tell that they did not like each other. And it's so sad because like they're such iconic queens, you know, like it's like, first of all, like Mariah Carey, no one can touch that level of status. Like it's Mariah. And Nicki was still up and coming, but like already a heavy hitter in the rap community. So it was sometimes scary. Keith Urban was the nicest human being on the planet.
I think you could tell that.
Yeah, like just like trying to always break it up and just like, guys, let's get along. You guys look so beautiful. There was one day that they both wore the same color dress. And I remember that it was just like almost like the Who Wore It Better. It was just, it was a lot. It was a lot.
And they didn't keep that from you guys either.
No, that's the thing, because I thought it was only going to be like that when the camera's rolling and then we'd cut to commercial and then they would just immediately like turn their chairs against each other, like just to face away from each other. Yeah, it was real. It was real.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So what is your best memory with the judges? Like, did you make like a friendship or bond or mentorship from any of the judges?
I think that when I got sent home, when I was voted off of the show, seeing how destroyed Mariah was made me feel very validated as a singer. And it was the first time that a global icon I had ever seen a global icon cry for me or feel for me, or like, you know, that really moved her to tears. And I don't think that it was just because I was so good. I think it was because I was leaving so early because I was so good, even though I wasn't that good, you know? So it was one of those things that I'm like, man, she wishes that I could be here longer. And that is speaking volumes to me. When I was on tour after the show, it must have been like 4 or 5, even 6 months later, I received a random email from Mariah. And it was just her telling me that she loved what I did on the show and that she can't wait to see, you know, what happens with my career, and that she'll always be a fan. And that's something that I will cherish forever. Cause again, as if you crying for me was not enough. Now I didn't even send for you and you are sending me an email saying that you can't wait to see what happens with me. It was something that I'm like, I could die happy. I could die right now and be okay knowing like that meant something.